the gamers, it's Booty2 here and welcome back to Play the Game Central. I am not American, but I'm doing a damn good accent, so let's keep it up, shall we? Let's not keep it up, let's go back to normal. So hello, it's me, and I'm going to be talking to you about the Navcard table and what I think it actually does and what it means and all that jazz. So strap in your strap-ons and let us go into the future with the Navcard. No one knows what it actually does yet. It can't do anything yet. If anyone says it can do stuff, don't listen to them, they're lying. But the Navcard reader, you build that with 4 different pieces around the map, and then you build it underneath the pylon. Now what's included in these set of items is a meteorite, and this meteorite is actually 115, element 115. If you don't know what that does, where were you during World at War and Black Ops 1? Come on. Now, I was talking to a guy through the Play the Game inbox called Jiving. I'm not sure if there's lowercase L's in that. J-I-V-I-N-G, there could be lowercase L's, uppercase, lowercase, no one really knows on the interwebs, on at least the font I'm using. But he was basically, he basically just reminded me that there is 115 in the Navcard reader table. And I was looking around in not no clip mode, but in the theatre mode, and I was looking around the table, and I noticed that there was a wire which goes from the table into the ground, and then from the ground it goes up into the pylon. Now, I kind of got to thinking of the teleporters back in Doris, because if you remember the teleporters in Doris, they were just big metal structures and they had 115 and electricity going through them, which is what the pylon has. It doesn't have to be an enclosed space, because as you can see with the teleporters in Doris, there is a big wide open little, door thingy. It's not really a door, but it's just an opening in the teleporter. And I just kind of got to thinking, maybe what we're going to do with Navcard Reader is nothing to do with the bus driver at all, because I think bus route B is absolute bullcock. So there's not going to be a bus route B. I would love to guarantee you that, but I can't really, because, no one really knows these things. But I think that the Navcard Reader table is going to be in effect when the next DLC comes out. Because before then, there's no real point in updating it, so when the DLC comes out, that'll be available. Now, the thing that I got thinking would be that maybe Treyarch would make it so that players would have to, in order to activate the DLC, they would have to go into TranZit, build a Navcard table, and then put the Navcard inside of it, and then they'll be taken to the new map. But then I remembered that people are very, very bad at the game and can't get past round 5 sometimes, so that's kind of a bad idea. So I thought realistically, what it would actually do would be that as soon as you download Theorizes, you will actually be able to you'll start and spawn in TranZit, and you'll be underneath the pylon, and you won't be able to go outside like the cornfield areas. And I remember there was an idea within the community during Black Ops, and I think World at War actually, that people wanted to be like stranded in one little area, like on an island, and there's zombies just charging at you from all sides. Think of like Dead Ops Arcade, that kind of thing, but in first person. Imagine that, and how amazing would that be? Just imagine, you're on round 30, everyone's got like an RPD, everyone's just got like random weapons, I guess. And then, after like, I don't know, 30 seconds, like on Area 51 in Moon, you actually get sent over to the actual playing area, which would be really, really cool. I think that'd be a really, really nice idea, that the Navcard is actually used for taking you to another place, because there have been apparent leaks and ideas that Theorizes is going to be taking place in either Breslau, which is where Doris was, or in China, apparently, but that doesn't really make sense. When I hear the words Theorizes, I don't think, oh yeah, China, yeah, I think immediately of the People's Army, and Mao Zedong, Chom Pom 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 Pom, and not even Poppadoms. Poppadoms are from India. But when I think of Theorizes, I go to Germany, and I think of Germany, and that's where I think it's going to be. And in this apparent leak, apparently, right, everyone get this, sit down if you haven't sat down already, listen to this, right, the TranZit characters, right, they're going in to Theorizes. Now how would they do that? Because TranZit, if you don't know, TranZit takes place in the northwest of America. It's between like the borders of Canada and America. And if you watched my video on the zombie storyline so far, which I'll put an annotation on screen which you can go and watch and have fun with and kind of get up to speed with the storyline, Marlton basically wants to go to the Harp Research Center in Alaska. And that was on their route there, and then they stopped and there's lots of zombies and and that's all, that's everything that happened there. But what I'm thinking is that the Navcard table, if you are in TranZit as these 4 characters which we have already in TranZit, that's the only logical way that they could get there. And it kind of makes sense with that 115 meteor as well. It makes complete sense to me, and it's sensical, and it makes sense, and sense. So that's what I think that the Navcard reader table thingy majiggy does. I think that it won't be anything really to do with TranZit, it'll be to do with the next DLC. Now the only loose end on this is that, why even put it in TranZit in the first place? Like the Navcard at least, why would they even put the Navcard in there? I mean, it would be much more creepy and everyone would not really know what the hell's going on if they built the Navcard reader table, but there's no Navcard. And even then, when the DLC comes out and they put the Navcard in the map, then people still wouldn't really access the DLC that way. I don't think that's how they would work, just because I'm considering the people who aren't particularly good at zombies. So, I don't really know. It's just all theories and I'm not sure, but I don't see it working any other way. I don't believe in Bus Route B, I don't believe in anything that TranZit's going to expand, I don't believe in anything of that. Although I was thinking that it could be possible that, because 115 and the teleporters could allow you to travel in time, either in distance or in time, what you could do would be to go back to a point in TranZit which, where it's not destroyed, the zombies are just like starting to come around and all that jazz. So I really don't know. There's many possibilities which could happen, but I think that the idea with the you start TranZit and you're in TranZit and then you teleport, that sounds like a really good idea, and I hope that they incorporate that. I love that idea that you're just getting swarmed with zombies and then after a few seconds you get teleported. Or perhaps everyone gets downed and then you get teleported and then you get revived somehow. Magic! But that's, those are my thoughts on the Navcard table, because it doesn't do anything yet. So thank you all for watching. I will be asking you if you would kindly leave a like rating on the video if you liked it, and if you didn't like it, give a dislike rating, because that's all that stuff is for. But do be sure to comment with your theories as well, because I want to expand this and, you know, get some more possibilities in my head. If you do mention Bus Route B, then, like positively, then you probably will get removed, because that's absolute bollocks. But thank you all for watching, and I will see you later. Here's a post-roll. Enjoy. Goodbye.
Why hello ladies. Play the game.